And I'm going to start by talking about general admission style tickets. And then I'll get into some of our reserved seating options as well and the different ways that you can use those. So there's two different ways to add tickets. When we went through season management, we looked at one of them, but I'll go back there, season management. When you go to any event on the schedule and you edit any event, you can, let me find, I don't know if I have a single event on here. Oh, we do. We have one for tomorrow. So I have an event that doesn't have tickets. When I go to edit that event here, and of course, we're past the time window to be able to add that ticket. So let's try this a second time. We'll go for the 19th. I'll add an event for the 19th. It looks like we probably already have that event somewhere in the program, but there are no tickets added. Perfect. So when I click on that event, I can come to this add tickets view, and you can add this. You can use this option to add a general admission style tickets. You can either add them from a previous event, copied over exactly how you had it on a previous event, or you can start from scratch. And here's where you're putting in, your name of your online tickets. It'll default to the event name. So typically you won't change that, but you can. You can set your availability dates, when they want them to go on sale, when you want them to stop being sold. If you're going to have a special pre-sale price, when that pre-sale price expires. If the event is canceled, what do you want to happen to be? What do you want to happen to the sales? Apparently, I can't talk tonight. You can either have them refunded, or you can rain check to a different event, which you will then choose later on. There's a reserve seating map option here. I'll tell you for the time being right now, if you're doing anything with a reserve seating map, I want that to go through us. So, we're going to build the maps. We're going to apply the maps to your events. We're going to do those types of things. So if you're using a reserve map, we'll probably end up doing that part of it. But if you're at general admission seats, you're just basically adding the ticket types at this point. Picking, adult GA, kids GA, seniors, whatever you want. There's a whole bunch of different ticket types. Like I'm talking a lot of different ticket types that you can have. You can rename all of them if you need to. All sorts of different stuff. But to make them available, you just set the number available. If you want that number to be an infinite number, meaning you don't ever want to sell out, you just put -1 in that field. But otherwise, I can have 5,500 tickets, whatever. Put in my price. I'll sell 100 kids tickets at $10 a piece. All those types of things. So at that point, I can save. And now I have tickets added to this event. So you notice one of the options for if the event was canceled was to move the tickets to a different date. Quickly show you that as well. So when you want to cancel a date in My Race Pass, you do it in the same screen. You find the event in season management. You click in to edit the event. There's a running as scheduled option down here. So you can change running as scheduled to say rained out or canceled or dropped or whatever you want. I'll mark it as rained out and confirm. And now that I have this event rained out, you'll see that there is a migrate tickets option that appears in the tickets section. So I can use migrate tickets to push those tickets to a different event, whatever event I type in. So we've got a July 4 event. I can July 4th, 2023. Perfect. Migrate the tickets to that event. Send the verification code the same way you do when you're going to receive your funds. There's a checkbox here for unredeem all migrated tickets. So if that means if you canceled the event, maybe halfway through or whatever, any tickets that had been redeemed already for that day, you can use this option to unredeem them so they can be scanned again. Type in the verification code that you get via text when you send the code and migrate tickets. And you can migrate the tickets that way. I'll cancel that. And I will mark this event again as scheduled so I don't screw anything up there. So that's one way you can add GA tickets. You can, rain check tickets when you have a rain out, those types of things. So when I jump into the ticket management screen, this is where most everything else that we're going to do involving online tickets lives. And you can also add your general admission seats this way as well. So again, if I want to go and add tickets, I'm at this point, click here to select an event. I can go by schedule. And Dakota's done a bunch of walkthroughs, so I assume he didn't add tickets to his events. And I will add that ticket. Works the same way. Same type of screen. Name, availabilities, pre-sale time, and pre-sale date. I did the backwards, but you also have the option to add to your tickets when the gates open and when the races start in this screen. So it's just one feature that you have here that you don't in the other screen. But again, same option. If the event is canceled, what do you want to happen to the event? Either refund or rain check. And then you can add your ticket types here. So I'll choose some ticket types. I'll say I've got an infinite number of GA tickets available. I've got 100 kids tickets available. But I also want to have some kind of special ticket, right, for sponsors. So I'm going to choose this option, Sponsor VIP, and I'm going to make that. We got 10 of them available, and they're $0 tickets. What you can do is, this is actually fairly new. We've never had this where we've been able to have a $0 ticket and not have it apply the cart fees. Well, now we have that option. You can have a $0 ticket. When you go to check out that $0 ticket, it won't apply the cart fees. So we've got some situations where folks want to send a bunch of free tickets to their sponsor. They'll turn this ticket on, go buy it themselves, change the email address for the tickets purchased to whatever that sponsor's email address is, and email the tickets to that sponsor, or have, mark them active or live or available, and then call the sponsor and say, all right, we've got these tickets for your business available now. Go buy them, and you won't get charged any fees because they're $0 tickets. So just another option, $0 tickets that we've got available. So I add those, and that was good. Next option that I want to show you is the process for fans buying those $0 tickets. So I'm going to go to myracepass.com. I'm going to search your favorite track, and I'm going to go to our ticket screen. Now, if you've got a website through us, you'll have a buy tickets link there as well. You can go to a schedule results page, and for the events that you've got tickets available for, you'll be able to see that it turns into a buy tickets option here as well. So those things exist, but again, works the same way. I'll go to my tickets page. I just added those tickets, I think, too recently for them to be on here. So I'm going to find it on the schedule. Where did I put it? March 20th. Maybe I didn't save those tickets. Maybe that's the mistake that I'm making here. All right, I'll go to the March 19th one that we actually saved those tickets for. Maybe I didn't do that either. Well, we'll do this a different way then. I'll search Grace Harbor because I know they have general admission tickets available. The process of buying a general admission ticket, again, we're just searching for the racetrack. Works the same in the app. Search for the racetrack. You can go to the available tickets, get tickets to the event that you want, and this is what purchasing those general admission seats looks like. Now, Grays, they have a whole bunch of different options here. You can have an option for pit pass, a general admission for 1, 2, or 4 people, different things like that. So they got a lot of different stuff here. And actually, I'm going to talk to them about this because it looks like they're trying to use this to do promo codes. We have single event promo codes as an option. So if you want to sell your tickets for $20, but if they buy 4, they get the 5th one free, we can have that option to where they add 5 adult general admission tickets to their cart. They only get charged for 4, or they get charged half price for the last one, stuff like that. So maybe this isn't the best example, but I'll still add the ticket option to the cart here so you can see what that looks like. There we go. I'm going to add that to my cart. You can see a $1.90 fee is applied to each ticket, as well as a 3 to 4% service fee as well, equaling basically, what is this going to equal out to? Maybe $2.50. So your total ticket fees are $2.50. When you sell a ticket, like Bert here is selling this ticket for $15 each, we send you all $15 of your ticket sold. So there's no fee structure taken out of the money that you make, but we'll charge that $1.90 plus 3.5 to 4% to the customer when they check out. So that's the ticket fee. That's how we make money, and that's how we pay MasterCard and Visa for processing the payment. And then we'll check out there. And that's how that works for a customer. Customer gets delivered the ticket a couple of different ways. One, via the app. All of their previous tickets that they purchased will be available with the barcode in the app. So if they're downloading the MyRacePass app, they're purchasing tickets while logged into MyRacePass. It's extremely simple for them to get delivered their tickets. Second way they'll get delivered their tickets is via email. So if they'll get emailed their ticket voucher, they can then print that if they want, or they can show you the email on their mobile device if they want. Whatever they want to do, they can purchase those tickets that way. So I'm going to hold this up to my camera here. I can, when I go to this ticket screen, I can see all of my order history here. I can click on any of these recent orders to bring up the barcode, so my tickets can be scanned on my mobile device, and all tickets that anybody purchases will live in the app as well. So makes it really easy for you to scan the tickets also. That's how tickets get delivered for a customer. Okay, now what if we want to do a reserved seating map? Well, if you're going to do a reserved seating map, it's important to reach out to us first. We'll have our guy who's in charge of Tracker Series sales, Chris Krug, make sure that we have all of the information that we need, like what type of tickets you're going to sell, whether that be camp spots or pit passes or reserved parking pit stalls, or general admission or reserved or whatever. And there's a refundable deposit required for that. So, you deposit us money, we build the map. As soon as that event goes live, you get the money back. So you're not paying us. We just have a refundable deposit. We build out the map the way you want it, up to your specifications, with ticket types and the places where the tickets are and all those types of things. And then we make that live. So what does that look like? Well, I have a couple of preview examples I'm going to show you. One we just got done the other day for Arrowhead Raceway in Oklahoma. And this is, I'm showing you this one because they're only doing pit stalls with this. And this is what a pit stall map can look like. So if your folks are buying pit stalls on a season-long basis or on event-specific basis, you can have them go into My Race Pass and have them click the pit stall that they want and add it to their cart that way and check out that way. So the pit stall options available here. Also want to show you an example of a preview map for a racetrack in Illinois, Macon, that we just worked with. They're not doing pit stalls. They're doing grandstand seating. I mean, regular old grandstand reserve ticketing like you'd be used to if you go somewhere else, like a rock concert or something like that. First off, they have a couple of GA sections. So when I click on a GA section, adds a GA ticket. Same thing on their backstretch stuff. Add a GA section, add a GA ticket. You can also click on any of the reserve sections, and I will expand this one. Pick out a seat like you're used to. There's an adult reserve seat. You can have an adult reserve, kids reserve, seniors reserve, whatever. And they can add tickets to their cart that way. So it works just the same way at that point. And then on the back end for you, it works exactly the same way. You're still getting paid the same way, still doing all of this kind of stuff. Stacy asks, when scanning a ticket, do you need a special device? Two ways that I've seen that handled. One, if you're GA only and you have a pretty low amount that you're selling, pretty low demand, what I've seen some tracks do is they'll actually just take our customers report, which I'll show you, and they'll print that off because it just works as a will call list. Somebody shows up at the back gate, shows you that they bought a ticket, whether it's on the paper or on their phone or whatever. You say, all right, there's your name. Let me mark it off in Sharpie on my will call list that I printed, and they let them in that way. So if you don't want to scan the tickets, you can do it that way. I said there's two ways to handle this. There's actually three. The second way is we can turn on an in-app scanner. So again, I go to your favorite track. In our users area that we showed you the first night, there is a special permission for ticket redemption. There's a ticket redemption permission. That unlocks the ticket scanner in the app, which I think I can show you in my app. It would be weird if I didn't, but let me check it out. There I am, scan tickets. And literally, I can use my device's camera. I'll hold that up to your screen. Has a barcode scanner in it. You can scan the barcode in the app, turning that on for individual users in the My Race Pass app. Along with that, the third way to do this is you can have a scanner, and we've got a couple on Amazon that we recommend. One of them I actually have handy here right next to me. It Bluetooths to my phone, so I can use the same in-app scanner, but now I have this little handheld device that I point at the ticket. It scans the ticket, and so I have this little Bluetooth scanner. There's also barcode scanners that USB into your computer if you want to use the computer to redeem different things that way. So we have a number of options, and if you want to talk to us about what ticket scanner works right for you, we can talk about that. I'll tell you, in-app scanner is great, but it runs my battery down fast, and it's not always great if it's super sunny outside. So I prefer the Bluetooth scanner to my phone. Literally, it's a handheld device. I point, click the button. It has been foolproof to me, whether inside, outside, literally in the rain, tested in a number of ways, and I haven't gotten it to fail yet. So if you want that link, I can send it to you. So there's that. There again, the reserved seating map. So if I'm doing reserved seats, then how do I sell seats at the front gate? Because when you're doing reserved seats, what you run into is how do you know when somebody comes to the front gate and wants a reserved ticket? What seats have been sold? What seats haven't been sold? Well, I'll do that with our point of sale system that we built. So we built the point of sale system, and it works great for front gate stuff. Most people use it in a reserved seating area. I have seen it used for general admission as well. It works that way. I'll kind of show this to you. First off, if you go to current event, it brings you to the next event chronologically on your schedule. You can see my tickets are unavailable for the 16th because today is the 16th, so I can't sell tickets out of it. But I would just have to make those available on the back end, and then you would be able to sell those tickets, which I might actually just do so you can see what that looks like. What is today? This day. Boom. I will make these tickets available now until the 17th at 12 a.m. and save. And now that they're available until the 17th, I should be able to come back to the point of sale system, and I should be able to sell these tickets. I can. Now they're available to sell. So you can add tickets to the cart. When somebody walks up to the front gate, add to cart. You can, again, review, add, remove, whatever you need to do that way. You have the option of gathering their email address. You have the option of gathering their zip code. These aren't required because we know ticket lines can sometimes take a while, but you have the option to gather them because we know it's also exceptionally valuable to have this ticket customer information. You put in here how you receive payment, cash, credit card, whatever. I'll put in cash. I'll put that in there and complete order. And now when I process the order, a couple of things happen. One, takes me to a print preview screen. I've got a special printer. It's just a little cheap Dymo printer I got off of Amazon with little cheap Dymo labels that I can put in there. Put the correct labels in there and print. Boom, I print their tickets. You see it's got a barcode on it. Rip them off the Dymo printer, hand them to the customer. Now they can go to wherever you redeem the tickets and get in the gate. Whether you got somebody who rips them in half or whatever, does not matter what you do. You can scan them, all that kind of stuff. Second thing is that it'll do is because I put my email address in there, I have already received an email on my mobile device with my ticket vouchers. And it's already in the app that I have it in my ticket vouchers. So again, hold up my mobile device. My ticket voucher is available in the app that quickly. And you can scan it from the phone as well if for whatever reason you're not able to rip the paper off the printer. So those things happen very quickly at the front gate. Then I'll jump over to all tickets. Now, all tickets is no longer the next event chronologically, but you can actually pick out the next event on your schedule that you want to sell tickets for. So again, you get everybody through the front gate. On the way out, somebody says, hey, I want to buy tickets to next week, or I want to buy tickets to the World of Outlaw show, or I want to buy tickets to whatever. You can do it that way. So I'll choose July 3rd because that's where my map is applied. Now I can sell these people camp spots, pit stalls, or tickets. So it's like the premium section. I'll sell these 3 tickets. These are all VIP tickets because it's a premium section. Next, now that they've selected their seats, works the same way. I can put my email address if I want to. Ross, you're going to get an email. Select the payment type, paid in cash, complete order. Tickets are on the way to Ross. Tickets are available in the Dymo printer. I press print. They're ready to go. We're all set and ready that way. Now, I have selected the wrong format for my printer, for my paper size, but that's okay. They still look just fine on the paper. So somebody comes to the gate now and says, hey, I bought tickets online, but I can't find them, or I lost the email, or I never got it, blah, 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 yada, 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 whatever. I can go to past orders, and I always recommend to have kind of a problem child screen or window, I should say, or a table set up somewhere else, especially if you're selling tickets in any kind of big volume online, where you can send somebody who's having this problem. But I can search by customer last name. Search. Okay, Zach, I see you bought $21 worth of tickets on 4/8/2020. I can view the items. There were 3 general admission, 3 kids tickets. Great. I can then view the tickets. I can print the ticket vouchers. There you go. There's your tickets. Even though you lost them, go to the redeem window. That kind of stuff. So, that exists as well. There's a shopping cart option, which is empty right now because I've already redeemed all the tickets. But if you add a bunch of tickets to somebody's cart, navigate somewhere else to a different event for some reason, whatever, get lost, want to come back to where you were, there's a shopping cart. And then there's a redeem window here as well. So I can go to any event that I've got coming up, click redeem. And then again, same concept. You have a USB scanner, you have a Bluetooth scanner, doesn't matter. You can scan the tickets in this screen to redeem them. And, we track that in reports, what tickets have been redeemed or not, all of those kinds of stuff. So that's available to you. So this point of sale system, especially if you're doing any kind of reserved map, is super valuable. But even if you're not doing a reserved map, it is useful to you for a tracking perspective because you want to know who your customers are when they're coming up to the front gate to buy tickets. So I'll jump back here to our ticket management screen. Here's my tickets for that date. What are some other features that we have available in this ticket management screen? Well, one, you can make your tickets active or disabled if you want to show that they're available or not. Maybe you're creating all of your tickets in advance, so they're all out there, but you want them to all go on sale on a specific date, or you want them to all go on sale 2 weeks before your tickets, before your event, or whatever it is. You can make them active or disabled here. You can also do that a different way by coming and editing your tickets and changing the availability date to a date in the future whenever you want them to go on sale. So that's an automated process if you want it to be automated. You can edit all the ticket information, edit the available tickets, edit the season pass list that the ticket is a part of, which I'll show you when we get to that point. You can also add coupons to your tickets. And coupons are literally just an image. So it's called a coupon, but really think of it as an image. If you want it to be a coupon, if Pepsi is sponsoring your race night, you want to give free Pepsi at the local gas station because you came and bought tickets online, add the coupon. 3 different coupons that can appear on the ticket. You can add those here. You can also claim your ticket money or process your refunds on this screen. So there's a get funds full refunds option. So if you're not rain checking your tickets, if you are refunding them, you can press this, get funds or full refunds. It sends a link to the phone number that we have on file. So I'll send that code. Ross, you might want to let Josh know that he's going to get a code here. We'll send that code. You type in the code that you get via text, and then you either type complete or you type refund. If you type refund, it refunds all the tickets to all of your ticket buyers. That's right. We handle all the refunds here. If an event rains out, you're going to refund them all. We send out those refunds. You don't have to worry about processing it. If you type complete, we ACH the money directly to your bank account. You get it 1 to 2 days, maybe 3, depending on your bank. And the ticket money goes directly to you. Again, no fees. Every dollar of every ticket that you've sold, you'll get. The only time fees come into play is through the point of sale system. It's 10 cents a ticket, which when you compare to most point of sale systems, which are hovering around 30 to 40 cents a ticket, it's pretty darn good compared to most places in the industry. Check the box, update the status, boom, you're ready to go. Now those tickets are either A, refunded, or B, getting sent to your bank. Other options here, there's ticket information. If you want to set a rain out policy on your tickets, you absolutely can. A refund policy, all that kind of stuff. There's a thank you message that people will see after they buy tickets online with you. So if you want to have a custom thank you message, you absolutely can. Again, coupons, another way to get to the same ticket coupons feature exists here as well. So there we go. Pepsi Max. Remember Pepsi Max? Man, that is an old thing. All that kind of stuff is in here. one other thing on this screen that I should show you here is, and I'll get to the next ticket, is there is a sold tickets view. So if I click sold tickets, and that was a bad example because nobody's bought any tickets to this event. But if I click sold tickets, it'll actually take me to the event ticket buyers list. There we go. So what tickets were purchased, the invoice. These boxes up here are new. What percentage of tickets were online? What percentage of tickets were at the box office? What percentage were redeemed? All that kind of stuff. You can do a couple of different things on this screen also. If I click an individual ticket, you can search for them by last name, but if I click an individual ticket, I can then refund an individual ticket buyer. Works the same way, sends a verification code via text. You type in the code, refund the individual ticket. So if you want to have a policy where you're refunding individual tickets, you can. You can also print a couple of reports. One of them is a tickets report. So now you can see all of the tickets that you've sold, all of the invoice numbers, as well as the total sales for each ticket type. So that's valuable. You can see, again, in this screen, a customer report, which will give you information on each customer, their email address, all of those types of things. And then you can also see a box office report, which will show you the same information, but for folks who bought at the box office. So that can be valuable as well. And then the last thing I guess I'll show you that's in this screen for each individual race night for tickets is a share button. Share to Facebook and Twitter, the direct link to buy the tickets to make it easy for your fans to get to those tickets on social media if you need to. Your ticket. So next thing I'll show you here is the analytics screen. The customer screen is that same tickets report that I just showed you. You just search by date. The analytics screen now gives you a ton of demographic and location and just a ton of valuable information for your tickets buyers. So I'm going to go back as far back in time as I possibly can here because for a fake racetrack, not a lot of ticket buyers. We can at least get a sample size of 151 tickets sold. There's a heat map showing you where your ticket buyers are. If you know anything about My Race Pass, what you're seeing here is where we live, but that makes sense. You can see the top cities that tickets are being bought from. To me, what this tells me is, where should I target my radio ads? Where should I target my newspaper ads? If I'm doing interstate billboards, just give me information on where I should target that. The distance your ticket buyers typically travel from. How far in advance your ticket buyers are purchasing their tickets online. Again, this tells me when should I make my tickets available to sell. Valuable information there. Average purchase price, the ticket types that they're purchasing in advance. Are your ticket buyers in advance purchasing your premium seats, your premium experiences, or are they buying regular general admission seats? I bet what you're going to find is the higher value tickets are getting bought online because your higher value customers are more used to buying tickets for events online. Gender and age demographics. Tickets sold by event. How many, for which event types are you selling the most tickets for? 123 is on there, so I'll scroll down to 123. Where you can find your ticket holders report for an individual race and the same event analytics, the same analytics screen for that type of event. So again, that can be valuable because if you're running a specific race type, you want to see those ticket holders. Running a 410 sprint car race, you got a different demographic of people coming more than likely. You want to have those ticket holders so you can email them when you're running another 410 sprint car race or a super late model race or a monster truck show, whatever. That demographic data is really valuable from a marketing perspective. And so you can have all of it here. And then, of course, you can print the report down here as well for your ticket customers. The pass list is that multi-event pass group, that season pass list that I said we'd come back to. This is where you can comp tickets or put in your season ticket sales. You can use it for two different things. So I'll click on this pass list here that I got for July weekend. I put in a ticket buyer here, section C, row 6, seat 10. So if I go to buy that seat, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go clear this. Find your favorite track. And I want to buy my tickets for that July 3rd date. Any ticket that you put in there for that date is blocked off from being sold. So section C, row 6, seat 10, that ticket's not available. So you can use this as a comp list, You can use this if you're selling a bunch of season passes, which season passes you're going to put in here. Works really good for pit stall reservations. You can, start to dictate which spots are for sale and which aren't for sale with this list. You can see it also generates a code. So if you want that to be reserved for a person, but still want them to buy it online, you can send them this code. And then when they go to purchase the ticket, have a reservation code, type in the code. Okay, now I am able to buy section C, row 6, seat 10. So that was blocked off because it was on the list, but because I gave them the code, now I can buy that seat. So that can become valuable as well. So there's different features here. Ticket maps is the last option. It's where you can see your ticket maps and preview all of your ticket maps. Again, do not edit them. If there are changes that need to be made, come through My Race Pass to make them way too finicky of a process, way too important of a process for you to have something go haywire. So come through us to do it. The last feature I want to show you about with tickets before we wrap up on this, because 35 minutes of ticket talk is a lot, I understand, is we have a brand new feature here for multi-day packages. So for my December event here, I put in a December event, 1, 2, 3 night show. I can buy individual tickets to any of those 3 nights. Or I can buy a 3-day ticket package. And you notice when I go to the tickets page, that 3-day ticket package is right up on the top. Because if you're doing a multi-day ticket package, that is the most amount of money that you can make. We want your customers to pay you the most amount of money that they can. So we want that to be the first thing that they see. So I can either buy a 1-day ticket or this 3-day ticket package. So I'll buy the 3-day ticket package. I click the button. There we go. It tells me 3-day ticket package. You're buying tickets for these 3 nights. Get tickets. We have a different map applied to this for some reason. But I buy these 4 tickets. And now I've got 4 3-day packages in my cart. It tells me each night that is in each package that I bought. And now I can check out. So instead of paying you $60 for 1 ticket, I'm paying you $275 for 4 tickets. And I'm getting a voucher for each night individually, both via email and on my phone. In the app. All of it is delivered the same way. They're just getting 3 vouchers per ticket instead of 1 voucher for buying 1 ticket. And having to buy a ticket and then go to the next date and buy a ticket and go to the next date. Now they can sit in the same seat 3 nights in a row when they come to your racetrack. This is a premium ticket feature that you can make a premium price for. So if I were to extrapolate this into, because this is IMCA sanctioned training, if for, in a different world, IMCA Super Nationals are selling tickets through us, what you would see then is they would have a 5-day ticket package and a 4-day ticket package and a 3-day ticket package and a 2-day ticket package, and then the individual nights as well. So a fan could decide if I'm coming for 5 nights or 4 nights or 3 nights, or however you want to do that. You can customize that to however that works for your track, whether it's a 2-day show or a week-long show or whatever. We want it to work for you is the reason we put that in there. And so that's a lot of talk about tickets. Do we have any other questions on tickets before I move on to managing one of our websites? Cool. So I will open up the website for your favorite track, which is obviously not a real website. So don't panic when you see the text be just a bunch of gibberish. It's all gibberish. It's a fake website, but it still shows you all of the features that we have on a real website. So the first thing I'll show you is this home tab. There's only one thing on the home tab that you'll actually edit, and it might not apply to your website if you've got a website through us already. But it's the headlines feature. Now, this headlines feature can either work as featured news or it could work on headlines. So I'll show you featured news here in a second. But if it's headlines, I'm jumping down into web management. Web management is where you handle all the website tools. If it's headlines, under more, there's going to be a headlines option. where you can put in your headlines. You can add an image to it. You can add a link to it, make it active or inactive, edit whatever you need. But if I go to add one, again, title, the text of the headline, the link behind it, where you want it inserted at, the beginning of the order, the end of the order, whatever else, and add. And what that amounts to on the website is this will scroll through whatever headlines you put in. I believe by default, we can do anything 3 to 5. Then you click on the headline, brings you to whatever link you click on, all those types of things. If you're doing this via featured news, which you can select what you want to do to make it a little easier for you, I'll show you that here in just a minute. Other things on this screen, buy tickets button. Obviously, if you're selling tickets, you want them to go to the buy tickets button to buy their tickets. All your social media buttons can be up at the top of the screen. You can have your address information up here. Today is a placeholder for a feature where we can have a countdown towards your next event. Driver registration button exists here. Have a driver registration that exists? We'll have a button for it. Latest news. Create news articles. Latest news will show up on the homepage. Latest photos, latest videos. We can have a direct feed to your social medias like Facebook or Twitter. A sponsor scroll. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on the home tab that you don't manage on the home tab outside of headlines. You manage those in other places. The only thing I'll show you beyond that is you'll see ads here on our own website, which have My Race Pass ads. But as you go to different websites on the My Race Pass network of websites, you might see different things showing up here, whether that be, I don't know, Edelbrock or just we have a whole bunch of different advertisers. A website through My Race Pass includes a feature called our My Race Pass digital advertising platform. What that means is because we have hundreds of websites and an app with millions of impressions, we can sell corporate marketing partners impressions that individual racetracks, frankly, could not, would have no chance of. So we can sell ads on a huge level with huge dollar amount levels, and then we share that revenue with the tracks. Our goal in all of this is that you sell enough tickets where it pays for race management. Our goal for the websites is we sell enough corporate ads that it pays you back for the website. We want this stuff to be free for you in effect. I mean, you pay us a fee to do it, but then you make the money back another way, whether it be a fantasy or online tickets or the digital advertising program. The way digital advertising works is based on the number of page views on your website. We send you a check quarterly. Those checks have been for $28 for a website that nobody goes to. It's also been for thousands of dollars on a quarterly basis. So I'm not going to tell you you're going to make thousands of dollars a year, but I'm going to tell you that it can be pretty simple for you to get a couple $100 every quarter. When you're talking about a plus plan being $600 to $1,000, a couple $100 a quarter means that can be paid off in 2 years easily, you know? So how do you get people to go to your website? 2 biggest options are your schedule and results and your news. Use those to your advantage. So the first tab I'll go to here is schedule and results. Because you build a schedule and season management in My Race Pass, your schedule's on your website. It's automated. You don't have to do anything to add that schedule. Because you use My Race Pass to score your events in race management, now all of the events that you've run, instead of details, it says results. I can click on that event. I can see all of the results for every race that I've run. Your results are published online. So somebody wants to see your schedule, because you're using My Race Pass, they can go see it. Because somebody wants to see results, because you're using My Race Pass, they can see it. You don't have to upload a PDF. You don't have to manually put the results in, all that kind of stuff. It's there already. And you can see for events that have tickets attached to them, the link changes to tickets. That is so valuable because now somebody goes to this event and they see tickets. I can buy tickets to the event. I can go there. I can do that. And I hear it so often from tracks. My customers are the same. They're used to going to the racetrack, buying the tickets at the back gate the way they always have. They're not going to change. That's okay. They don't have to change. They can do the same thing they've always wanted to do. You've got a customer who's not a regular at your racetrack, but sees something online about it, hears a radio ad about it, whatever. They go to your website. They see tickets available. They bought that ticket. Because that ticket's in hand on Monday, you have a better chance of getting them in the front gate on Saturday before they can change their mind on what they're going to do instead. So they're more likely to come to your event. They come to this screen and they don't see a way to buy tickets. In today's modern society, which I'm sorry to say, I hate to say it, but it's true, is moving towards a cashless society. If they don't see a way to buy tickets online, they're probably not going to buy tickets. And now you've lost a customer and you have no idea that they were ever a prospective customer. You don't know about it, but you lost a customer because you don't have tickets available online. Integrating all of this through My Race Pass makes it easy to sell tickets and present information to folks in this interface. Points, the next tab on the website. Because you've scored the race in My Race Pass, because you've calculated points in My Race Pass, your points are updated and available online. That information is in front of folks within a half hour from the time that you calculate those points. Never have to look at this screen. I'm going to switch gears here. I'm going to go to this media tab because typically I like to have a news tab as one of the main tabs. So I'm going to show you news next. News is the next most powerful tool to drive traffic to your website. The worst thing you can do is copy and paste a press release onto Facebook and assume because it's on Facebook, everyone's seen it. And I'm going to throw a track that I live very close to under the bus here. They did a Facebook post a week back that said, we see all the rumors online. LOL, it's so funny that people are saying we're not opening or we're closing or we're not going to race this year. You guys are so funny making up all these rumors. We want to clear the air. Yeah, as funny as they thought that was, I went to their website and it hadn't been updated since 2018. You want to communicate with your customers that you're going to open? You can either call them all stupid on Facebook or you can have information on your website. It's the most frustrating thing in the world to me to see these tracks communicate on Facebook and think it's reached the world. Unless you're paying Facebook, it hasn't reached very many people, maybe a couple hundred. That's it. That's not enough to pay the bills. So have the information online. I am very passionate, Ross. Also, the Hawkeyes are playing, so maybe that's just bleeding into this. But you can write your news articles here. Your news articles are here. Add a news article, put in a heading, put in a body. If you want an article credit, make an article credit. Add media to it. Tag the drivers that are coming. Tag the series that are coming. Those types of things. And then once you've got a news article created, now I can go to the news article and I can share it online, which shares a link back to your website. That's so much more valuable than just having a press release on Facebook. Have the link back to your website. Your website is an online phone book. It's where people are going to go first to find information about you. If I have to scroll through 5 or 6 Facebook posts to find a schedule, I'm not coming to your events. That's just the way that works. So we'll move forward here in the website. Fan info, driver info, it's all going to look basically the same. It's all what we call super pages. Super pages are custom pages, basically. Of course, I click on one that's empty. Let me find one that's not empty here. Maybe it's camping. It is camping. So when I go to web management, I look at the top of the screen. I look at more. That's where all my super pages are going to live. What did I have? Camping selected. You can put in a number of things here, whatever you want to have in here, whether that be a section heading like I've got here, whether that be a paragraph like I've got down here, whether that be a file download, whether that be an image gallery. You can put whatever you want in these custom pages, and it shows up in the interface on the website. One other one that I'll show you is under driver info rules. We have a PDF here for your rules so people can download them. So again, I go to, what is that under? Driver info. Where did I put that? It's under rules. There we go. Rules. There's the PDF. So when I want to add more, I can just upload a new PDF, make one, delete one if it's no longer relevant, all of those types of things. So those all make sense and are there. Last thing real fast I want to show you is photos and videos. Photos, I've got a photo gallery here. So when I go to media, I can add photos. Photos can also drive people to your website. You can add a number of galleries. You can see I've got 4 galleries here. And in this galleries area, I've got 4 different active galleries. You make them active or inactive. Click on a gallery. You can edit any of the photos that exist, reorder them, add captions, add or remove from the gallery or add to a different gallery, all of those types of things. The most important thing here is to add a new one. So if I go to add a new one, do a couple different things. First, you can choose from photos that already exist if you want to add a different photo to the gallery. including miscellaneous photos that you've used for news articles that are not yet part of the website. You can also upload new. You can tag it however you want to tag it, upload a new photo, and place it wherever you want to place it, just like that. What you'll find is the videos area is exactly the same, 1,000% the same interface. The only difference is now instead of uploading from the local desktop, I'm putting in a link from a YouTube or a Vimeo or something like that. So those types of things. And then store information. I'm sure much to my boss's chagrin, I'm not going to really look at here because so much of our store items are so customized on an individual track or driver website basis that it's just best to take it case by case. So I'm not going to look at a lot here. But those are our websites. There's really not a lot to our websites. It's just utilizing them the best way for yourself. Yeah, sponsor logos, as you mentioned, sponsor logos send directly to us. We can put them in a partners or a sponsors tab or something like that. But that's all I have.